Most people believe trading is about charts, indicators, or finding the perfect strategy. But what if I told you that 80% of trading success has nothing to do with any of that? You can have the best strategy in the world. You can study every indicator. You can watch the market all day and still lose. Why? Because the real battle is not on the chart, it's in your mind. Every day, traders don't lose to the market. They lose to fear. They lose to greed. They lose to hesitation. They lose to revenge. They lose to themselves. Mark Douglas, the author of Trading in the Zone, said something powerful. The market doesn't create your pain. Your beliefs do. Professional traders think differently. They don't try to be right. They don't chase trades. They don't fear losses. They don't emotionally react. They follow rules. They trust probabilities. They stay disciplined, even when it's hard. In this series, I'm going to share 25 powerful rules that can completely change the way you think about trading. These are not technical rules. These are mindset rules. Rules that help you control your emotions, accept losses without fear, stay consistent, and think like a professional trader. If you master these rules, you won't just trade better. You will think better, decide better, and perform better under pressure. So let's begin. Most traders enter a trade thinking, "This trade must work. I need to be right." Mark Douglas warns us, the market is not here to validate your opinions. Every moment is unique, and every trade is uncertain. When you expect to be right every time, you set yourself up for fear, hesitation, and emotional reactions. You start chasing trades, holding on to losers, and panicking when the market moves against you. But what if you could trade without the need to be right? Imagine this. You place a trade and let go of the outcome. You accept that sometimes you will win, sometimes you will lose. You trust your rules and probabilities, not your ego. When you trade this way, fear loses its power. Greed loses its power. Doubt loses its power. Mark Douglas says, consistency comes from thinking in probabilities, not certainties. So here's the secret. The moment you let go of needing to be right, you gain freedom, clarity, and discipline. And this is just the beginning, because in Rule 2, we're going even deeper. We'll uncover why your beliefs about the market, your mental biases, can silently destroy your trades and how to finally master them. Stay tuned. It's about to get intense. Most traders think the market reacts to them. Mark Douglas flips this idea on its head. It's not the market that creates your success or failure. It's what you believe about the market. Every decision you make while trading, when to enter, when to exit, when to hold, when to panic, is filtered through your personal beliefs. Do you believe losses are unacceptable? Do you believe you must be right? Do you believe the market owes you a profit? If the answer is yes, you are trapped. Your beliefs become silent killers of your consistency. Here's the key insight from Douglas. To trade successfully, you must identify your limiting beliefs, challenge them, and replace them with probabilities-based thinking. Think about it. Fear of loss leads to early exits. Greed leads to chasing trades. Overconfidence leads to ignoring risk. All of these come from beliefs, not the market. But here's the power move. When you align your mind with the true nature of the market, that it is random, probabilistic, and neutral, you trade with clarity, discipline, and confidence. And this is just the start, because in Rule 3, we'll explore how to eliminate emotional attachment to each trade and how that simple shift can transform your trading from reactive to professional level consistency. Many traders treat every trade like a personal mission. Mark Douglas warns, the outcome of a single trade is irrelevant. What matters is your process, your discipline, and your probability edge. Here's the harsh truth. When you attach your self-worth, confidence, or ego to one trade, the market will always punish you. One loss and fear spikes. One win and overconfidence sneaks in. Both are deadly. Imagine this instead. You place a trade. You follow your rules. You let the market do what it will. No stress, no panic, just objective execution. Douglas emphasizes, you cannot control the market, but you can control your mind. Detachment is the key to consistent performance. Think of it like this. A professional trader doesn't celebrate a win like it defines them. A professional trader doesn't despair at a loss like it destroys them. They simply play the probabilities. And here's what's coming next. In Rule 4, we'll go even deeper. exploring why fear and greed are natural and how mastering them can make the difference between an amateur and a professional trader. Every trader knows these feelings. Fear of losing money, fear of missing out, greed for bigger profits. Mark Douglas explains, fear and greed are not problems to eliminate. They are natural responses to uncertainty. The problem is letting them dictate your actions. Here's the truth most traders never admit. Fear makes you exit too early. Greed makes you stay too long. Both destroy discipline and consistency. But what if you could experience these emotions without letting them control you? Douglas teaches a subtle but powerful mindset shift. Accept that fear and greed will appear. Don't fight them. Just trade according to your rules and probabilities. Think of it like this. A trader who masters fear and greed, reacts calmly to losses, remains disciplined during winning streaks, stays consistent in the long run. This is what separates amateurs from professionals. And here's the hook for Rule 5. Next, we'll uncover why most traders fail to trust probabilities and how trusting them can completely transform your approach to the market. Here's the brutal truth most traders ignore. We are wired to seek certainty. We want to know exactly what will happen next. We want the market to confirm our beliefs. Mark Douglas warns, the market never guarantees anything. Your job as a trader is not to predict, but to think in probabilities. Imagine treating every trade like a coin toss. Sometimes heads, sometimes tails. The outcome of one toss means nothing. What matters is how you play the odds over many trades. Most traders fail because they treat a single trade as if it defines them. They overreact to wins and losses, letting emotions take over. But a professional trader understands something profound. Each trade is just a step in a probability game. Your edge only shows up over time, not instantly. Think about that for a moment. Letting go of certainty frees your mind from fear. Trusting probabilities frees your mind from greed. Acting consistently in the absence of certainty gives you calm and confidence others envy. And here's the hook for Rule 6. Next, we'll go even deeper, exploring why your trading failures are never about the market, but about the unseen patterns in your mind, and how understanding this can change everything. Most traders say, the market is against me. The market trapped me. The market took my money. Mark Douglas says, the market doesn't do anything to you. It simply exists. Your mind creates the experience. Let that sink in. The market has no intention, no emotion, no memory, no opinion about you. It doesn't know who you are. It doesn't care if you win or lose. Yet, two traders can take the same trade, at the same price, at the same time. One feels calm, the other feels fear. Why? Because the pain, the stress, the hesitation does not come from the market. It comes from inside, from past losses, from the need to be right, from the fear of being wrong, from beliefs formed long before this trade ever existed. Mark Douglas teaches, when you realize the market is neutral, you stop fighting it. And when you stop fighting it, you start seeing clearly. This is where real transformation begins. Not in your strategy, not in your indicators, but in your awareness. And in Rule 7, we will go even deeper. We will uncover how unconscious habits quietly control your trading decisions and how to break free from them. Here's something most traders never realize. The market doesn't move to punish you. It doesn't move to reward you. It just moves. Mark Douglas explains, the market is neutral. Your beliefs, expectations, and fears give it meaning. Think about it. Two traders see the exact same chart. One panics, one stays calm, one loses money, one makes money. Why? It's not the market. It's the mind behind the trade. Every judgment you make about risk, profit, or loss is filtered through your mental lens. If you believe losses are catastrophic, then every small loss feels like disaster. If you believe profits are owed, then every missed opportunity triggers frustration. Here's the professional mindset shift. See the market as a neutral field of probabilities. Stop interpreting it through your fears and biases. Trade what you see, not what you imagine. This is where true freedom begins. No more overreacting, no more chasing trades, no more emotional swings. And here's the hook for Rule 8. Next, we'll dive into why accepting uncertainty is the ultimate power move and how embracing the unknown can transform you from a reactive trader into a consistently confident professional. Most traders live in fear of the unknown. They want guarantees, predictions, and safe trades. Mark Douglas warns, the market will never provide certainty. To trade successfully, you must learn to live with the unknown. Think about it for a moment. Every chart is uncertain. Every price movement is unpredictable. Every trade could win or lose. The mind resists this. It wants control. It wants to feel safe. But the moment you fight uncertainty, you start overtrading, revenge trading, and second-guessing yourself. Here's the shift Douglas teaches. The trader who accepts uncertainty acts freely without fear. They trust their process and edge, not the outcome. Imagine this mindset. You place a trade. You follow your rules. You detach from the result. You let probability do its work. No panic, no hesitation, no emotional swings. Just calm, disciplined execution. And here's the hook for Rule 9. Next, we'll explore why taking responsibility for every trade, regardless of the outcome, is the single most powerful skill a trader can develop. This is where amateurs fail and professionals rise. Here's a hard truth most traders avoid. When a trade goes against you, it's tempting to blame the market. The market tricked me. The news caused this. The indicators were wrong. Mark Douglas hits straight to the point. If you blame the market, you surrender your power. Responsibility is the gateway to consistency. Every trade you take, winning or losing, is 100% your responsibility. Not the market's, not your broker's, not luck's. Think about what that means. You stop being a victim of the charts. You stop emotionally reacting to outcomes. You gain clarity, control, and confidence. Douglas explains further. Professional traders accept that losses are part of the game, and they own each decision without excuses. It's not about being perfect. It's about honesty, awareness, and disciplined execution. And here's the hook for Rule 10. Next, we'll uncover why letting go of attachment to money and outcomes is the ultimate mindset upgrade, and how this single shift separates emotional traders from true professionals. Most traders think trading is about making money. The problem? When money becomes the focus, emotion takes over. Fear of losing, greed for more, and frustration with missed opportunities dominate every decision. Mark Douglas explains, the moment you attach your self-worth to money, you make yourself a slave to the market. True trading success comes from detachment, not desire. Imagine this mindset. You place a trade. You follow your rules. You don't obsess over the profit or loss. You let probability play out. Freed from the emotional weight of money, fear no longer paralyzes you. Greed no longer drives you. Mistakes no longer shake you. Douglas emphasizes, professional traders focus on the process, not the payout. Mastery of mind is more valuable than mastery of the market. Here's the subtle power. Detach from outcomes and suddenly, trading becomes calm, disciplined, and objective. Your decisions improve. Consistency replaces chaos. And here's the hook for Rule 11. Next, we'll explore why every belief you hold about trading must be examined and challenged, and how this self-awareness can transform your results faster than any strategy ever could. Most traders operate on autopilot. They trade based on habits, assumptions, or beliefs they barely even question. The market owes me profits. Losses are bad and must be avoided. I must always be right. Mark Douglas says, your beliefs create your trading reality. If your beliefs are flawed, your results will always be flawed. Here's the power move. Identify your limiting beliefs. Question them ruthlessly. Replace them with probabilities-based thinking. Think about it. Every mistake you've made, every emotional reaction, every inconsistency in your trading comes from unexamined beliefs. When you challenge these beliefs, you gain mental clarity, emotional control. A mindset aligned with the true nature of the market. Douglas explains further. The market doesn't punish you, your beliefs do. Change your beliefs and you change your results. And here's the hook for Rule 12. Next, we'll dive into why a consistent routine of preparation and self-checks is the secret weapon of professional traders, and how this discipline strengthens every decision you make. Many traders believe that success in the market is about luck, timing, or intuition. Mark Douglas shatters that illusion. Consistent trading comes from mastering your process, not from predicting the unpredictable. Here's the truth. A trader who prepares mentally, emotionally, and strategically before the market opens, handles volatility calmly, executes trades objectively, and avoids impulsive mistakes. Preparation includes reviewing your rules, checking your mindset for fear or overconfidence, planning entries, exits, and risk for each trade. Douglas emphasizes, discipline is the bridge between your strategy and consistent performance. Without it, even the best strategy fails. Think about it. The market will always be uncertain. Indicators can fail. News can move prices unpredictably. But a disciplined mind never fails itself. And here's the hook for Rule 13. Next, we'll explore why acceptance of losses is not weakness, but the foundation of true trading strength, and how mastering this mindset can transform fear into freedom. Most traders hate losing. A single loss can destroy confidence, trigger panic, and lead to revenge trading. Mark Douglas explains, losses are not mistakes, they are inevitable. Fighting them is what creates fear, frustration, and inconsistency. Think about it. Every trade has uncertainty. No strategy is perfect. Losses are the cost of playing the probability game. The shift is subtle, yet profound. Accept that losses will happen. Focus on executing your rules, not the result. Treat every loss as feedback, not failure. Douglas emphasizes, the trader who accepts losses without fear trades freely, objectively, and consistently. Imagine trading without fear. You don't overreact to losses, you don't chase profits, you stay calm and disciplined, even in volatile markets. And here's the hook for Rule 14. Next, we'll explore why controlling your inner dialogue, the stories you tell yourself about trades, is the secret weapon of professional traders, and how mastering this can transform your trading mindset forever. Most traders don't realize it, but the stories you tell yourself dictate every decision. I can't afford to lose. I must be right this time. This trade will make me rich. Mark Douglas explains, your beliefs and expectations are expressed through your inner dialogue. If it's filled with fear, greed, or doubt, your trades will reflect that. Here's the hidden danger. Even subtle negative thoughts can make you exit early, chase trades, overtrade, or hesitate. The power move. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Replace fear and doubt with probabilities-based thinking. Trust your rules, not your emotional reactions. Douglas emphasizes, professional traders do not try to silence their thoughts. They guide them, discipline them, and use them as tools for objective decision-making. Imagine this mindset, calm, focused, and aware. Every thought aligned with strategy, emotional reactions minimized, clarity maximized. And here's the hook for Rule 15. Next, we'll explore why patience is not passive, but the ultimate weapon in mastering the market, and how this single mindset shift separates amateurs from professionals. Most traders confuse patience with passivity. They feel the need to constantly act, enter trades too early, exit too soon, or overtrade. Mark Douglas explains, patience is not waiting. It is the ability to act decisively when the probabilities are in your favor. Think about it. The market doesn't care about your impatience. The trades you take too early are often the ones that fail. The trades you force are the trades that destroy consistency. The shift Douglas teaches is subtle but profound. Wait for your setup. Trust your rules. Don't act out of fear, greed, or boredom. Patience transforms trading. Emotional reactions diminish. Decisions become objective. Your edge unfolds naturally. Douglas emphasizes, the professional trader understands that inaction, when the probabilities are not favorable, is a skill, not a weakness. And here's the hook for Rule 16. Next, we'll explore why letting go of attachment to outcomes and focusing only on execution creates unstoppable consistency, and how this mindset separates pros from amateurs. Most traders obsess over profits or fear losses. They replay trades in their minds, wishing the market had gone differently. Mark Douglas explains, your results are determined by probabilities, not by the outcome of a single trade. Obsessing over results destroys focus and discipline. Here's the subtle but powerful mindset shift. Place the trade according to your rules. Follow your process perfectly. Let go of any attachment to profit or loss. Think about it. When you focus on perfect execution rather than outcomes, fear diminishes. Greed loses its grip. Your mind stays calm and objective. Douglas emphasizes, the market is neutral. Your success comes from trusting your process, not the immediate result. Imagine this. Each trade becomes a step in a probability game. Emotional swings vanish. Consistency becomes natural, not forced. And here's the hook for Rule 17. Next, we'll uncover why mastering self-discipline under pressure is the defining trait of professional traders, and how training your mind in high-stress moments gives you a lifelong edge in the market. Every trader faces moments of stress. The market spikes against your position, a news event shakes prices, your emotions scream to act impulsively. Mark Douglas warns, the market doesn't test your skill, it tests your discipline. Your edge exists in how you respond under pressure. Here's the subtle truth. Anyone can follow rules when things are calm. Only professionals follow them when the pressure is high. Discipline under pressure means sticking to your trading plan even when your heart races, avoiding revenge trades after a loss, trusting your probability edge, not your panic. Douglas emphasizes, the trader who masters discipline under stress wins over time, regardless of luck or market behavior. Think about it. Stress-free execution becomes automatic, emotional overreactions vanish, consistency becomes your identity. And here's the hook for Rule 18. Next, we'll explore why adapting your mindset to uncertainty, not resisting it, is the secret of consistent traders, and how embracing the unknown turns fear into confidence. Most traders resist uncertainty. They want predictable patterns, guaranteed outcomes, and control. But Mark Douglas explains, the market is always uncertain. Fighting that reality only amplifies fear. Learning to adapt is what creates consistent winners. Here's the mindset shift. Fear is natural. It signals you're in a high-probability learning moment. Instead of avoiding it, observe it and trade anyway. Trust your rules, probabilities, and preparation. Think about it. Fear used wisely becomes an ally, not an enemy. Emotional reactions shrink when uncertainty is accepted. Decisions become calmer, sharper, and more objective. Douglas emphasizes, professional traders don't eliminate fear. They integrate it. They understand that embracing the unknown is the source of freedom and consistency. Imagine this. Each unpredictable move in the market no longer terrifies you. You respond calmly and strategically. Fear transforms into focus and confidence. And here's the hook for Rule 19. Next, we'll explore why letting go of attachment to being right is the final mindset shift before you achieve true consistency, and how this mental freedom changes everything. Most traders are trapped by ego. They must be right. They must prove themselves. They measure self-worth by wins. Mark Douglas explains, the need to be right is the most destructive force in trading. It turns losses into crises and uncertainty into panic. Here's the mental shift. Accept that being right is optional. Focus on following your rules, not validating your opinions. Treat each trade as a single outcome in a probability game. Think about it. When you release the pressure to be right, fear fades. Greed loses its grip. Emotional control and clarity emerge naturally. Douglas emphasizes, consistent trading comes not from being right, but from thinking in probabilities and acting with discipline. Imagine this freedom. No overreactions, no revenge trades. Calm, confident execution every single time. And here's the hook for Rule 20. Next, we'll uncover the ultimate mindset principle, the culmination of all the rules, that transforms you from a reactive trader into a consistently confident professional. This is the mental key that changes everything. This is the principle that unites all the previous rules. Most traders chase certainty. They want the market to confirm their predictions. They want absolute control over outcomes. Mark Douglas explains, trading is a probability game. Success comes not from being right on every trade, but from consistently applying your edge over time. Here's the mindset shift. Treat each trade as one step in a long sequence. Accept that losses are normal and expected. Focus on process, rules, and discipline, not immediate results. Imagine this. No more fear of a single loss, no more greed or overconfidence. Calm, objective decision-making becomes automatic. Douglas emphasizes, the market doesn't care about your beliefs. Thinking in probabilities frees your mind and allows you to trade consistently. And here's the hook for Rule 21. Next, we'll go beyond probabilities and explore why mastering your personal psychology, your biases, habits, and emotions, is the real edge that no strategy can give you. Most traders focus on strategies, charts, and indicators. Mark Douglas warns, the market doesn't punish strategies, it punishes the untrained mind. Your beliefs, habits, and emotions determine your success or failure. Think about it. Impulsive reactions, overtrading, chasing losses, hesitation, or indecision. All of these come from your inner psychology, not the market. The power move. Become aware of your mental biases. Recognize emotional triggers. Train your mind to respond calmly, objectively, and consistently. Douglas emphasizes, master your mind and you master the market. No strategy alone can compensate for a reactive, undisciplined mindset. Imagine this mindset. You respond, not react. You trade with clarity under pressure. You consistently follow your rules regardless of market chaos. And here's the hook for Rule 22. Next, we'll explore why focusing on process over outcomes is the secret weapon of professional traders and how this single shift transforms stress into clarity. Most traders obsess over profits, losses, or being right. This obsession leads to panic exits, revenge trading, emotional swings. Mark Douglas explains, the market is neutral. Success comes from how you execute, not from the immediate result of a trade. Here's the mindset shift. Plan your trades, follow your rules, ignore the immediate outcome, trust the process and the probabilities. Think about it. The market will do what it will, regardless of your desires. Your power lies in disciplined execution, not wishful thinking. Consistency becomes automatic when the process is your focus. Douglas emphasizes, when traders focus on the process, they detach from fear, greed, and emotional reactions. The results naturally follow over time. And here's the hook for Rule 23. Next, we'll explore why continuous self-reflection and learning from every trade is the key to mastering your mind and your results, and how it separates amateurs from professionals. Most traders move from trade to trade without reflection. They ignore patterns in their own behavior, repeating mistakes over and over. Mark Douglas emphasizes, consistent trading comes not from luck or strategy alone, but from honest self-examination and learning. Here's the power move. After each trade, review your decisions. Ask, did I follow my rules? Did fear or greed influence me? Learn from wins and losses equally. Think about it. Awareness reveals hidden biases. Reflection strengthens discipline. Continuous learning builds confidence over time. Douglas explains further, the market doesn't teach you. You must teach yourself by observing your own mind and actions. Imagine this mindset. Every trade becomes feedback, not validation or punishment. Emotional reactions shrink. Your process improves continuously, compounding like your edge. And here's the hook for Rule 24. Next, we'll explore why maintaining emotional equilibrium at all times is your ultimate competitive advantage, and how mastering this mindset allows you to stay calm while others panic. Most traders react to every tick of the market. A sudden drop triggers panic. A rapid spike triggers greed. Even small losses feel catastrophic. Mark Douglas warns, emotional reactions are the hidden enemy of consistency. Calmness under pressure is what separates professional traders from amateurs. Here's the mindset shift. Observe your emotions without judgment. Let them pass without acting impulsively. Stay aligned with your rules, not your reactions. Think about it. When your mind is calm, decisions are rational, not emotional. Fear and greed lose their power. Execution becomes precise and disciplined. Douglas emphasizes, professional traders don't eliminate emotions. They manage them. Mastery of emotion is mastery of trading. Imagine this. While others panic, you act with clarity. While others chase trades, you wait for your edge. Emotional equilibrium becomes your competitive advantage. And here's the hook for Rule 25. Next, we'll reveal the final and most powerful rule, the culmination of all the previous rules. A mindset principle that, if mastered, transforms a reactive trader into a consistently confident. All the rules you've learned, detachment, discipline, patience, emotional control, thinking in probabilities, lead to this moment, mastering your own mind. Mark Douglas explains, the market is neutral. Your results are determined not by charts or indicators, but by the mental framework you bring to every trade. Here's the profound shift. Mastering the market starts with mastering yourself. Your beliefs, emotions, and reactions no longer dictate your results. You trade objectively, calmly, and consistently, regardless of market chaos. Think about it. Every trade becomes a reflection of clarity, discipline, and confidence. Emotional swings vanish. Fear and greed lose their grip. Success comes naturally because your mind is aligned with the true nature of the market. Douglas emphasizes, professional traders are not born, they are made. They are made by training their minds to see the market as it truly is, not as they wish it to be. Imagine this mastery. You are free from fear. You are free from the need to be right. You are free from attachment to outcomes. You act with calm, precise confidence, step after step, trade after trade. This is the ultimate edge. This is what separates amateurs from professionals. This is the mindset that turns trading from a gamble into a consistent, disciplined, and profitable practice. And with that, the journey through 25 rules of trading psychology is complete. Your roadmap to mastering your mind, mastering the market, and achieving consistency like the pros. If you want to take your trading to the next level, start applying these 25 rules one step at a time. Focus on your mindset, follow the process, and let the market do its work. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to catch the full series. Your journey to consistent, confident trading starts now. Let's master the market together.